From the 30 on second down. Smith going right back to Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Smith. His throw incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Geno. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes,
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The big fella. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Murray going to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 60 yards. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Balaj going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Murray on the sneak. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over to the line of scrimmage. Murray keeps it himself. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cardinals have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Smith. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Balaj. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tariq Woolen with a great play to get him for a loss. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 4th down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play fake. Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in the tough spot with that interception.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Smith now to throw. Steps away to his left. Gets this to Fant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
Smith. Being chased out left. That's caught. And again, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Left side here, that's the tight end fan. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Back to throw. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Murray, one final try. Flush to his right. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come from behind.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I. congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. With a second-year man, that's Ramondre Stevenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Herbert now. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A'Shawn Robinson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Jags are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here with 3rd and 8. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenneth Farley. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nut.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman. 26 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Watson's throw taken in by Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. They'll run here with Dillon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Watson. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a field, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches.
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He's going to let it go again. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Alec Pierce, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Herbert has it knocked free, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
They'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert on 1st down now. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Off of play action, it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, Dillon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, others always say, what's my motivation for a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Thomas on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in Week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident player right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped.
Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue where the game's going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamal Agnew from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Watson. Pass complete, Samuel.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
31 yards on the punt there. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. First throw in OT for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Watson.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
They find some open field here. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles, and that's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Jacksonville, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for